Hello everyone, this is WFSE with Washington Interpreters. I was given early access to the SOSi's WorBridge system last week. This video is about my early experience with the app, accepting appointments, and my overall review of its functionality so far. As always, feel free to pause this video at any time to read the information on the screen. As you see here, I received an email from WorBridge support on Tuesday, June 11th last week, giving me access to the WorBridge system. They attached some training material about the on-the-spot phone app and the computer-based application. I found the attached instructions to be clear and easy to follow. The overall email was nice and friendly, but these instructions didn't include anything about video and phone encounters, unfortunately. I'm also skeptical about the new check-in and out process for interpreters. But let's continue. These are the instructions to check in and out of an appointment. And here, you see they want you to use the on-the-spot app when checking in. The new thing is that an authorized person from the provider's office must check you in. You have to enter the authorized person's first and last name, then the authorized person has to sign on your phone to confirm the check-in. You have to repeat the same process at the end of the appointment. The problem that I see with this is having to make a line when you have several interpreters wanting to check in and out, cutting into the time that you have to actually get to the appointment and potentially making you late for your next appointment. Now, these are the instructions attached to the email showing you how to use the on-the-spot app to accept appointments. You see the appointments in a calendar view on the app, and available appointments are highlighted in red. Then you have to tap or click on the appointment you want to accept. Then you will see a menu with the option to accept an appointment. Once you click on accept, then you see the option to confirm the appointment. I downloaded the app on June 11th, the same day that I was given access, but I started receiving appointment offers on June 13th, Thursday, as you see here. I will show you now my early interaction with the on-the-spot app and the WorBridge website. I started seeing a few appointments available as you see here, and they were highlighted in red. I clicked on June 18th, Tuesday, and it showed me the only available appointment as you see there at 3 o'clock. Then I tapped on the open assignment to see if I could accept the appointment, but the option to accept an appointment was not available to me as in the instructions I received from SOSi. That was unusual to me, so I decided to go to the website to see if I could accept an appointment there. The option was there for me to accept the appointment. I clicked on accept, then I got this message telling me to press the confirm acceptance button, which I did, but then I received this message saying that my settings only allowed me to report my status, meaning if I was available or not. Now to me, that was troublesome because I have to be able to accept or reject appointments. That's the whole point of having access to a scheduling system, right? Right after that, I proceeded to call the support number from SOSi and explain the situation. I have to say they were friendly and professional. They took notes of my information and created a ticket, then sent me an email confirming that they were working on the situation, as you see here. I was told that they were working on the issue because they know the system starts on Monday the 17th, and they asked me to please be patient with these issues. Something that I noticed right away was that they started adding more appointments to the app. I even reviewed some of the appointment offers for Thursday the 13th and Friday the 14th, which was a surprise to me since we were told these appointments were going to be offered on Monday, June 17th, when the system officially starts. I still could not accept any appointments on the app, so I decided to use the web system again to see if I could accept an appointment, and voila! I was able to accept and confirm an appointment for June 14th, which was on Friday. I wanted to see how the system works and if I was able to start working right away. I then opened the on-the-spot app to see if my appointment was confirmed, and it was indeed. As you can see here, that appointment for Friday, June 14th was assigned to me and confirmed. So then I showed up to the appointment, went through the whole checking in and out process as instructed from SOSi, and as you can see here, the appointment was completed. I was there early, but as I suspected, there was a line before I was able to check in with the provider. Overall, I truly hope they'll be able to fix the app so I don't have to rely on the web system to do so. I like the calendar view on the app and how it lists the appointments on a specific day once you tap on the desired date. I do not know how this new check-in and out process is going to work though. This is going to create unnecessary delays in my opinion, but we'll see. Now remember, this was only my early experience with the app as you can see here, but other interpreters were also approved to use the system. This interpreter in particular sent me a direct message telling me about how the system is not working, saying that other interpreters have only been able to accept appointments for the 17th and the 18th of June, and that the helpline reps said that they had to come up with the system from scratch after LNI awarded the contract. Now, I want you to be aware of the new LNI payment policies for interpreters taking effect on Monday, June 17th. I have received emails and phone calls from concerned interpreters asking why is it that SOSi is requiring interpreters to provide immigration documents to be able to sign up with them and receive appointments. Now, according to Chapter 14 from LNI and starting on June 17th, LNI only requires interpreters to have an interpreter certification from DSHS or any of the entities that you see here on the screen, and the credential cannot be revoked or expired. The other thing that LNI requires interpreters to have is an NPI or National Provider Identification Number, and this started back when Interpreting Works took over 3 years ago, so this is nothing new. Interpreters never had to provide legal status or show documents to prove citizenship or green card status to LNI in order to contract with them. SOSi representatives have told some interpreters that they are reviewing that policy, but they haven't said anything officially. On the other hand, members of the so-called WFSE bargaining team have been asking LNI about this, and they have been flat out told to wait, basically saying to them, "We'll get back to you." Sure, the system starts on Monday the 17th, but we still don't have an answer regarding this issue. Now, I want you to look at this. LNI is paying SOSi double the amount per encounter that they were paying Interpreting Works. However, WFSE wasn't able to negotiate any new benefits for interpreters. And as you can see here, we will still be paid $1.03 per interpretation minute, meaning that the WFSE union wasn't able to negotiate a raise for interpreters. Also, we will only get paid 82 cents per video interpretation minute. This is ridiculous because your quality and skill as an interpreter does not diminish just because you are interpreting from home through a Zoom appointment. Instead, we should be getting paid more for these appointments because we have to pay for high-speed internet service. These appointments are more difficult because of the listening and poor quality challenges encountered. Lastly, OPI or over-the-phone interpretation services are going to be paid at 67 cents per minute, which would be even more ridiculous because interpreting over the phone is actually more difficult than interpreting through video technologies. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you trust the geniuses from WFSE. They will always capitulate to the state, and you will not get better working conditions with them. And as you see here, we are still limited to only being able to work 8 hours a day, even though we're not LNI employees. We don't get to claim overtime if we work more than 8 hours a day. But for some reason, LNI doesn't want us to work more than 8 hours a day, and the WFSE union didn't do anything about it this time. Also, the only no-shows that LNI will pay will be independent medical examinations or IME appointments, as you can see here. But this is nothing new. LNI has always been paying this type of no-show. However, the WFSE union couldn't get LNI to pay for no-shows and late cancellations for any other appointments. You do remember WFSE leaders influenced LNI to take away our mileage reimbursement, right? Well, now it's going to be worse because if you remember, with Interpreting Works, at least you were able to check in for an appointment 15 minutes earlier, regardless of whether or not the patient was there. This extra money was a little helpful with the gas situation, But now you can see here that interpreters can only check in 15 minutes before the appointment if the client or patient shows up early and is checked in for the appointment. Again, I want you to be aware that this is all happening because the so-called bargaining team members that you see on the screen cannot make any decisions. All because the WFSE staff makes these decisions since they meet off the records with NNI representatives months before the so-called bargaining team sits at the table. Suppose you ask members of this bargaining team to be honest with you. In that case, they should let you know that the lead negotiator is the one who makes all the decisions and does not listen to interpreters because they're not interpreters themselves and they don't care. Mark Hamilton is the labor advocate and negotiator for this bargaining team and will not listen or care about what these interpreters on the bargaining team have to say. Unfortunately, this is nothing new. Quan Tran, the Interpreters United president, told you a long time ago when he was cooperating and complaining about WFSE with the Freedom Foundation through email communications. He says that the union staff members are the ones who run the unions, not the elected executive members, and they don't believe in democracy. Quan says e-board members are volunteers, and he doesn't believe they have the expertise to decide anything. Although I disagree with that part, he does reveal that they form committees to assist staff in various areas of the operation and that the staff manipulates committee members in making all decisions. He also says that the WFSE staff members are racist. Because if you are a WFSE member, 68% of your dues money goes to WFSE paid staff members or employees. If you don't believe me, look at this right here. This is Lian Kunzi, WFSE's former executive director. She made $500,000 from union dues last year. That's where your money is going to, and you do not get any benefits. And these are high-ranking members of the WFSE paid staff, starting with the new executive director. Look at the salaries they had in 2023. These people are not interpreters, but they want to tell you what you need or don't need. They don't want to listen to you because your voice doesn't matter to them, but they believe they know better than you. Stop throwing your money away. You can still opt out of WFSE, stop paying union dues, and keep your hard-earned money. Click on the link in the description below and follow the instructions to opt out of WFSE if you wish to do so. See you in the next one.